With the second Merge Tactics update, we have Master Builder as a new ruler, along with buildings. Yeah, buildings are now a thing in the game, and a few new troops, and some new traits. Let's kick things off with the ruler. Battle Machine will be the only new ruler this update. His ability grants you a random building on round 1, round 3, round 5, and round 8. The first building is Elixir Pump, and it works exactly like you expected, as in it gives you 1 elixir whenever the timer on it is complete. I noticed that most of the times the match ends before you get your first elixir, at least in the earlier rounds, so it's not as broken as it sounds. It probably doesn't help that I went double P.E.K.K.A. I would look into having a tankier but weaker lineup to get more value out of it. Second building is Tesla. And honestly, the range on this is pathetic because it only targets 2 tiles in front of it. I do think the damage and the attack speed are too high, but it's hard to get it to even attack anything to begin with. And since having only buildings left loses you the game, there will be times where it does nothing even when played at the first lane. Third building is Mortar, and the range of it is almost infinite. You want to have it set up on the second to last row so it covers everything. It targets the most far away troop, so it basically is a backline sniper. But unlike the Clash Royale Mortar, it doesn't have splash damage. But similar to Clash Royale Mortar, the attack can miss if the troops move away. Okay, who the heck is Goblin Queen Simp? Like, this can't be a bot name. Are we deadass? Like, really? Fourth building is Inferno Tower, and again, it works like expected. I noticed it's way too fragile. It does nearly nothing early on, so placing it in front might not have been wise. The problem? You can't move buildings, so better luck next time for me, I guess. Fifth and final building is Expo. It sits there and... wait for it. Wait for it. It's almost ready. Yeah, most of the time, either the match ends before it does anything, or somehow they find a way to break it before it loads up and starts shooting. However, when it does, it really is worth the wait. It almost solos the entire enemy, so the high risk, high reward is kinda worth it. Besides the building, this hero has a -1 team size, so it caps at 5 troops in late game. The reduction is not applied in early game, so you can still play 2 troops on round 1 and 3 troops on round 2, and so on. So it's safe to assume the way this ruler will play will be kinda more independent from other players, since he doesn't need as many troops, making it harder to sabotage him and steal his setup. But that doesn't mean he will be less RNG, because the building RNG is a thing. However, late game you will get 4 out of 5 buildings, so the RNG is mostly based on their star count, which isn't that big of a difference, I think. Oh, and you can bench these things, I guess. It could be helpful in some modifiers. I haven't tested it myself, to be honest. For skins, he comes with Zebra Wood Battle Machine, the Scheme Battle Machine. This one is actually really sick. I'm actually going for it. And Forge Machine, which I think is likely gonna be sold for money instead of given for free. Oh, and there is a Santa King, safe to say a December bundle thingy. Regarding new troops, we have Mini P.E.K.K.A, which is a 2 elixir, basic, high damage, low HP troop. No super, no abilities, nothing crazy. Royal Giant, which is also 2 elixir, and just like the Mini P.E.K.K.A, it's a basic ranged tank with no abilities. And Monk, which is 5 elixir and has a super bar that fills by attacking. Once it's up, he starts healing and reflecting damage back. Unlike the one in Clash Royale, this monk can also reflect attacks from melee troops, and it doesn't seem like he takes any reduced damage when shielded, but I could be wrong. For new traits, we have Giant, which is pretty simple damage reduction, however it doesn't apply to the whole team, only to the 2 giants you have. Next we have P.E.K.K.A, which gives both P.E.K.K.As a damage buff and allows them to heal every time they get a kill. For Superstar, things start getting a bit more complex. At the start of the round, you get your super charged by a bit, at 2 trait bonus, and by a lot at 4 trait bonus. The buff on that mechanic is every time your troop uses their super, there is a 50% chance it gets refilled instantly, as you can see with the Musketeer spamming supers back to back. It has an interesting interaction with Electro Giant where it expands his super size. It feels like a bug, but also I fail to see how this would go unnoticed, so it probably isn't a bug. As for Brutalists, they gain bonus attack speed and are able to make enemies If you notice, there is some logo below the enemy troops here. Every 4 marks, the enemy troop will take extra bonus damage, which is displayed as a white number, so it's easy to notice. For pool changes, this is the new rotation. We lost Archer, Knight, Giant Skeleton, Baby Dragon, and Electro Wizard in exchange of the 3 new troops that were added. Skeleton King is now a Brutalist instead of a Juggernaut. Goblin Machine also got the same change. Princess is now a Blaster instead of Ranger. Electro Giant got both his traits swapped for 2 new ones. Valkyrie is a Brutalist instead of Juggernaut too. P.E.K.K.A was changed into a P.E.K.K.A Brawler. Musketeer changed from Blaster to Superstar. Wizard is now a Clan Blaster troop. And here is the full list of available traits, since some of the older ones are rotating out for now. We also got some new modifiers, with some old ones rotating out to keep things fresh. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't kept up with them, so I'll just show them quickly, but the building modifiers did catch my attention this month. For some quality of life changes, you can now zoom in and out during the match to have a closer look at some things. Reminds you of something? If you know, you know. There is a stat page that shows certain stats like healing done, damage done, and damage taken, etc. These are like a standard in auto chess games, so it's not a surprise we got it. And for those of you that play Merge Tactics to escape the BM, I am sorry to inform you that that's all the new stuff. Though I do want to address the comments asking me for normal, non-update Merge Tactic videos, because I do get a handful of them and usually it's hard to respond, but I do owe an explanation at least, I think. Basically, this game mode has a lot of stuff that rotates every month, so Archer is not available when she was there since day 1, and some traits and modifiers are gone. This makes it very hard to do my style of content on it because, to be honest, most of my tip videos and stuff like that would be irrelevant in most seasons. It's also weird to do stuff like that when Valkyrie alone changed her synergies like 3 times already. To me, this game feels like a daily video type of game or a streaming game, but making evergreen long-form videos on it seems out of reach. Besides, I'm actually not playing that much. I did get Diamond first season, which wasn't even that difficult, but the second season I stopped once I unlocked Goblin Queen, and right now I'm at like 200 trophies. If you're wondering why, it's likely because of the lack of 1v1, star upgrades, no movements, Clash abilities, and the other stuff that made Clash Mini stand out more. I guess maybe I'm just not a fan of traditional auto chess games because it's more economy management than position management, so it feels like a closer to a single player game than a competitive multiplayer game where you are trying to beat a specific opponent. I do want to get Lung and maybe even the blue skin on him, but overall the game didn't really hit for me. I thought I'd play it more, but I don't seem to even think about the game that much. While unlikely, if something changed, I'm down to explore some ways to make videos on it, but it feels fake to make videos if I'm not playing as much in my free time. So for now, don't expect regular videos on Merge Tactics. However, I'll keep making the update videos. Even though they don't perform as well as the Royale one, I'm mostly making them because I've had people tell me that I explain things really well, so I'd figure I'd do it for the community regardless. So I don't know if you all like saw the Twitter post with the pancake from Clash Royale, but do you all think it's like mini P.E.K.K.A and Merge Tactics, or is there more mini P.E.K.K.A stuff coming, my dudes?